One of the hardest things that I see going on right now is people trying to sell their make money online digital products. Some of you might even be struggling to sell your digital products without being fucking fake. In fact, I recently, somebody reached out to me and they said, "Hey, Justin, I was on somebody's live and they said this program is creating 8-figure earners." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, 8-figure earners? 8 figures. Let's do some basic math really quick. 8 figures means that you basically have to sell at least $900,000 a month in revenue, right? A month, right? And hear me out, right? This is a $500 product. $500 product, right? Like, I'm not sitting there saying that maybe the information inside of it couldn't help you down the road to create 8 figures, but the way that they were presenting this shit was that, yeah, this program produces 8-figure earners by selling the program. And I'm going to call bullshit because the owner of that program is only a multi 7-figure earner. Now, multi means 1 million, 2 million plus, right? So, and number one, we don't even know how that person, what do people classify as millions, right? Like I know another person that claimed that they're a millionaire, but yet it took them 17 months to make $1 million. And I'm like, I know these are just one-offs, but I'm not saying that you can't say, "Hey, in 17 months, I've generated $1 million. Yeah, but you can't really call yourself a millionaire if you did it in 17 months. And you want to know why? Because if that's the case, I could have called myself a 6-figure earner a long time ago, right? A long, long time ago, because yeah, there was if I combined 2 years, I created 6 figures. Right? Did you do it within a year? That's just where my mind goes. If you did it within a year, you could call it. I even had one friend, if you want to even get more technical, he was like, "Well, are you a millionaire if you did it in assets or if you actually have $1 million in the bank?" But that's a whole nother story. I'm just saying the way some of these people are wording this shit, it can make anybody feel like fake, right? Fake as shit. And what I've been trying to tell people is that, listen, you don't actually have to be fake at all. The problem is you're trying to teach people how to make money, and that's where your problem is, okay? Your problem is you're trying to teach people how to make money when you haven't made money yet. Most likely because you got into a program and you're mimicking some of your top earners when they have made money, therefore they can talk about those things. Like for me, if I sit there and say, I got a video right now, when you can click the link below to go watch it, right? I say, "Hey, how you make $10,000 a month." I can teach you that. You want to know why I can teach you that? Because I have students who have done that, and I've done that personally. Well, let me rewind that. I have done that personally, and then I've also allowed students to be able to do it. So I can speak up on it. Do you understand what I'm going at, right? So anyways, so there's a massive disconnect with the fact that you're sitting there saying, "Hey, I want to sell this opportunity, but I haven't found my own results of the opportunity yet." All right. So this is how you do it, right? You share your experience, right? Meaning, what are you experiencing as you do it? For instance, I know, let me walk with me, right? I know a guy, right? That here we go. I'm gonna grab this one, okay? I know a guy that he's my boy. I'm not gonna put his name out there on blast or anything. He's my boy. I like him. He's killing it. He's making money. He's averaging like $8,000 a month, right? But recently, I love him to death, but I feel like he personally messed up here, right? Just a little bit. I feel that he got into his head. Okay, this is just me though, because he's sitting there saying, "Hey man," or well, he's not talking to me. because I would tell him, right? But he's like, hey, hey guys, I got a new product. I want to tell you about the product, but I'm going through everything. But I'll let you know. Well, number one, that was a good video. That was honestly a good video. But the downfall is you're not letting people continue to know what you're going through. That's what I don't like. And see, a lot of people, they sit there and say, so Justin, you're telling me that I shouldn't go through my whole program before I talk about it? No. Because even if you go through your whole program, that don't mean shit. It doesn't mean anything. You still got to apply it and go get the results, right? So listen, stop getting on your mountaintop acting like you can teach somebody something when you haven't even applied it yourself. Instead, just share your experience with it. Like, what's your journey so far? I want to give you an idea. Let's say a book, right? You mean to tell me I got to read this whole book before I can tell you about the book? No. Of course I can tell you about the book. Now, could I teach you from this book? Maybe, as long as I'm going through chapter by chapter. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I probably can't teach you everything because I haven't applied the whole book yet. So instead, we take a backseat approach and we just share our journey. Hey, so I decided to buy this book because, and we talk about all the reasons why we were told to go buy this book, right? And then we read a little bit and we make more videos. You know, so far from what I'm learning from this book, this is really cool because, right? And you start sharing your experience from there. So I always tell people to do this. One of the oldest tricks in the world is, you know, everybody wants to talk about their features, right? Their features, their features, their features. They just always constantly are like, yo, hey, we got this awesome program. I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, it has like 50 modules. The fuck? What are you talking about? Did I come to you and say, yo, you got to buy this book? It has fucking 20 chapters. No, because I don't care about the 20 chapters. I care about the lessons within the book. So one of the best things that you could do is write down your features, okay? Then you ask yourself two questions. Why do I like this? Why is this important to me? And the reason why you want to ask the second question is because that's the real answer. If I said, I'm not going to use this book as an example. I'm going to use an automated system. Why do you like your business? Has an automated system. Okay. And then, well, I say, what do you like about, so my bad. Let me rewind. What are your features? Well, we have an automated system. Okay, great. What do you like about that? Well, you know, why do you like that? Well, I like the fact that it's fully automated. I can make money in my sleep. Okay. See how that's like a bullshit answer? Like, how many times have you hear it all the time? I make money in my sleep. Or everybody and their mama posting the Warren Buffett, Warren Buffett, if you don't learn how to make money in your sleep, you'll be broke, right? everybody just abuses these quotes sometimes. But anyways, okay, cool. All right, so that's your bullshit answer. Why is that important to you? Now, here we go. Here comes the goods, right? Well, you know, seeing as how I'm a gym manager, working 60 plus hours a week, you know, and raising a daughter, it's very hard for me to find a whole bunch of time to do a side hustle, but I've been wanting to add extra money. So I was really happy that I came across this automated system because it's like doing all the selling and telling for me, and it's working in the background. And one of the most beautiful things is I'm not a technical person. So the fact that it was already set up for me, makes everything so much better. That's your video. That's your content. That's your content. Now you got to find a unique way to explain that content, but that is your content. It's real. It's raw. You're not lying. You're not being fake. You're literally explaining why you like your product, why it is important to you. And this is what you are going to soon find. Your pain is their pain. I actually just recently said that. I swear to God, man, I'm gonna like trademark that shit because I don't really think I hear anybody talk about it. Your pain is their pain. What do I mean by that? To know of your customer is to know you. So why you like it will be a reason why someone else likes it. I see it all the time. You got to remember, I coach 270 plus people in the coaching app. You don't think I'll be on a call and somebody will say, well, I don't think people have the story like me. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, what's your story? And they'll be like, well, you know, I'm a real estate agent. I'm like, okay, well, we might have some real estate agents in here, but okay, I see your point. Might not have a lot of real estate agents. Keep going. Why did you get started in this business? Here comes their pain. Well, I do fairly well for myself, but being a realtor, I'm just always on the go, and I'm just missing out on precious time with my kids. I was like, oh, so you mean to tell me you're a hard worker, you climbed up the corporate ladder, or you bust your ass to work hard at your job, and you've noticed now as you're getting older that, yeah, maybe you have been able to create a business life, but you have not really been able to create the family life around your business like you wanted to, and because you're missing a whole bunch of time that you wish you did. And this person was like, well, yeah, that's exactly it. I said, how many of you guys feel that same way? Like 10 people said me. They were right there in the vicinity. If this person would express their pains and their experience of what they were witnessing so far, they would attract the right audience that would say, yo, I want that too. So guys, this is how you could easily sell your digital products without being fake, slimy, bullshit, right? Especially when it's in the make money online niche. You got to get your head out of the fact that I want to try to convince and sell somebody by promising them the fucking world or claiming that they can make 8 figures, which is bullshit, right? Versus dialing it back in, and especially in the beginning when you haven't made any money and you just share your experience. It's just like me going and buying a book and saying, yo, I decided to get this book because this is what's going in my life, and that's why I thought this book would be helpful to me. I started reading this book, and this is what I've learned so far. So far, I really like how he's done the chapters. I like how there's like big font, or I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I like how there's big font so I can see it better. Seeing as how, like it's hard for those little books, and I'm not really a Kindle reader. Then these other non-Kindle readers will be like, oh my God, yeah, that's why I need an actual book. Yeah. Hey, so this book has big font? Yeah. You know what? I've been wanting to read something like that. I need something new to read. I'm going to go get the book too. Some of my coaching clients, depending on where they're at, and I would say a good portion of them, right? I've given this book out. I'm not going to give you guys the book because it's not that I'm holding back. It's just become a coaching client. But anyways, and it's so funny because then they'll start to read it and post it because I tell them to post it, and other people will start to read it, right? And other people start to read it, and other people start to read it. And they're like, where'd you get this book recommendation? Well, it's from there, right? So like they have no problem passing around the book recommendation. They just don't even know how to recommend their own digital product. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? So listen, you don't have to be fake. You don't have to fake it till you make it. Listen, authenticity and your experience is the real superpower. In fact, the harder that you try to make that sell, the faker you really are. Because you're only worried because you're coming from a place of fear. If you would let the fear go, just set the intention of the sell and be 100% you'll see that it'll actually start to work out for you.